Hello students, let us continue chapter 14, Electric Current and its Effects. In the previous class, we discussed that when electric current passes through a wire, it behaves like a magnet, and this effect is known as the magnetic effect of electric current. And we also learned that electric current can be used to make magnets. So, let us try to find out about electromagnet. Activity 14.6. Take around 75 centimeter long piece of insulated plastic or cloth covered or enameled flexible wire and an iron nail, say about 6 to 10 centimeter long. Wind the wire tightly around the nail in the form of a coil. Connect the free ends of the wire to the terminals of a cell through a switch as shown in figure 14.19. Place some pins on or near the end of the nail. Now switch on the current. What happens? Do the pins cling to the tip of the nail? Switch off the current. Are the pins still clinging to the end of the nail? For performing this activity, you require an iron nail, insulated wire, electric cell, electric switch, and a few small pins. First of all, you need to take a 75 centimeter long piece of insulated flexible wire and an iron nail which is about 6 to 10 centimeter long. You need to wind the wire tightly around the nail just in the form of a coil as you can see here in figure 14.19. You need to connect the free ends of the wire to the terminal of a cell through a switch. Next, near the end of the nail or on the nail, place some pins. After that, you need to switch on the current. That is, you need to turn the switch to the on position. After that, you can observe that the coil of wire behaves like a magnet when electric current flows through it. So because of this, the pins cling to the end of the nails. That is, they are getting attracted to the nail as you can see here in the figure. Next, switch off the current. Now you can observe that the small pins fall off the nail. That is, when electric current is switched off, the coil loses its magnetism. The coil in the above activity behaves like a magnet when electric current flows through it. When the electric current is switched off, the coil generally loses its magnetism. Such coils are called electromagnets. The electromagnets can be made very strong and can lift very heavy loads. Do you remember the crane about which you read in chapter 13 of class 6? The end of such a crane has a strong electromagnet attached to it. The electromagnets are also used to separate magnetic material from the junk. Doctors use tiny electromagnets to take out small pieces of magnetic material that have accidentally fallen in the eye. Many toys also have electromagnets inside them. Every magnetic material has a magnetic field up to which the influence of its magnetism can be experienced. A magnet whose magnetic field is generated with the help of electric current is called an electromagnet. The electromagnet is formed because of the magnetic effect of the electric current. Now, electromagnets are used in electrical appliances such as electric bells. They are used in toys. They are used in all kinds of telecommunication equipment. They are used in cranes, which you have studied in the previous class in chapter 13. So the end of the crane has strong electromagnets. What does they do? They separate magnetic materials from the junk, and they are also used to lift heavy objects. Electromagnets are also used by doctors to remove any magnetic material that may have fallen in the eye accidentally. Let us now discuss the next topic, electric bell. We are quite familiar with an electric bell. It has an electromagnet in it. Let us see how it works. Figure 14.20 shows the circuit of an electric bell. It consists of a coil of wire wound on an iron piece. The coil acts as an electromagnet. An iron strip with a hammer at one end is kept close to the electromagnet. There is a contact screw near the iron strip. When the iron strip is in contact with the screw, the current flows through the coil, which becomes an electromagnet. It then pulls the iron strip. In the process, the hammer at the end of the strip strikes the gong of the bell to produce a sound. However, when the electromagnet pulls the iron strip, it also breaks the circuit. The current through the coil stops flowing. Will the coil remain an electromagnet? The coil is no longer an electromagnet. It no longer attracts the iron strip. The iron strip comes back to its original position and touches the contact screw again. This completes the circuit. The current flows in the coil and the hammer strikes the gong again. This process is repeated in a quick succession. The hammer strikes the gong every time the circuit is completed. This is how the bell rings. Here in figure 14.20, we are given the circuit of an electric bell. Let us discuss about the components of an electric bell. It consists of a coil of wire that is wound over an iron piece that forms the electromagnet. Next, an iron strip that is a soft iron armature which has a hammer attached to it, which is joined to the wire of the coil. It also has a contact screw which is attached to the iron strip. It consists of a battery which connects the wire coil and the contact screw. There is a switch in the middle of the circuit. Speaking of the working of an electric bell, when the switch of the bell is on, an electric current flows through the coil of wire which makes the iron piece attached to it to act as an electromagnet. अब एक बार जो आयरन पीस इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेट बन जाता है तो हैमर को अपनी ओर अट्रैक्ट करता है. So the iron piece attracts the hammer towards itself, and because of this the hammer it hits the gong and the sound is produced. As the hammer moves towards the iron piece, it moves away from the contact screw, and because of this the circuit is broken. That is, the circuit is open, and we know that current cannot flow in the open circuit. जब सर्किट में करंट फ्लो नहीं होता तो अब जो वो आयरन स्ट्रिप है that is no longer an electromagnet. So as the circuit breaks, the wire coil stop receiving any current, which makes the electromagnet lose its magnetic effect. So because of this, the hammer falls back to its original position. Then as the hammer falls back on the iron strip, again it comes in contact with the contact screw, और अब जो है वो circuit completed है. So complete circuit है, that means the current is flowing through the circuit, and because of this we again get an electromagnet. That is, this again turns the iron piece into an electromagnet, and then the whole process is repeated. That is, दोबारा hammer जो है वो इसको strike करेगा, circuit break होगा, again it will come to the original position, and then the circuit will be completed. So in this way, this process is repeated until the bell is switched off. So this results in the continuous ringing of the bell. So this is how the bell rings.